Hello and welcome to STARRCADE, WCW's final pay-per-view of the year and a wrap-up to the entire calendar year in the WWE 2K universe. Starting things off with two carny characters against a couple of freaky folks. It's Road Dogg and Jake the Snake Roberts taking on Boogeyman and Papa Shango, the latter two of the Undertaker's ministry. These two putting on a show for those in attendance in Nashville of some power moves. Lariat from Jake the Snake has Boogeyman in trouble, but that's broken up. And it's a match we've seen before between these fellas, but that's going to be a common occurrence on this card. See Boogeyman with the choke bomb there, putting Jake the Snake down, and they have a pretty big win here on what's supposed to be the biggest event of the year for WCW, but it's their smallest one, their smallest STARRCADE ever at this point. Business is not looking good. A big reason behind that, Hogan, after losing his championship in October to the Undertaker, became upset with his contract. There's some money issues. He says it's nothing to do with his title loss, but hard to say if that's the case. It does seem to play a part. Man, it's meant trouble for this pay-per-view, that's for sure. Hogan being a big draw. Now, moving along to a couple of up-and-comers, which is a rarity in this company, as they don't focus on youth at all. Stunner from Austin over Rick Martel. That gets the job done. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not a panderer to the audience, but they love him anyway. Big fan favorite. And he picks up a win. His future uncertain as WCW and their struggles continue. Speaking of rematches, Bossman versus JBL, we've seen this one before. The list goes on of troubles with WCW at this point. This is for the United States Championship. It was JBL that actually took the title off of Bossman earlier in the year. And you see Bossman getting a bit of momentum together until JBL fights him off at the crucial moment. The fans not appreciating his demeanor. Bossman coming back, big DDT. Maybe he can get the win to pop the fans in attendance, however many there might be in Nashville. But no, powerbomb, lariat, and that'll end the night for Bossman, unfortunately for him. Yep. So the fans not really enjoying that one, and it's not been a blow-away show so far. 2 World Championship matches to come up though. Unfortunately, it's one we've already seen 1,000 times at this point. Demolition taking on the champions Legion of Doom, who won those titles off the Hart Foundation, who don't appear at this pay-per-view, and there's rumors circulating that the Hart Foundation are actually on their way to WWE, as they are well aware of WCW's woes and are starting to pick apart the roster as they see fit. Of course, they still have to pay attention to contracts, but powerhouses, big power moves between both these teams. They do put on a good match. It's just unfortunate how many times we've seen it, and that speaks to the buy rates that were speculated for this event not being too crash hot. Pile driver from Hawk and Demolition are divided. Neck breaker on Axe. I think that's Axe, right? Could be Smash. Either way. Legion of Doom. No, Bill Eadie's Smash, right? I think that's Axe. Well, Legion of Doom continue their reign. as the WCW World Tag Team Champions, leading us to the main event, which was a real scramble to find someone, and Cactus Jack fills the bill. It's an unusual pick for a main eventer, but they decided with having to replace Hogan. Of course, he would have been in this main event had he not sat at home and decided not to be a part of it. But that would have been a rematch for the world title, of course, but instead they've thrown Cactus Jack in there, and they're going to have a no-holds-barred match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. So that was their last-minute decision, the WCW management, to try and bring in some viewers and some buys. Cactus Jack with his usual antics, throwing himself, getting thrown around. A shovel from the Undertaker makes an appearance. A bit of a signature weapon for him, but Cactus Jack wrestles it from him and does some damage with it. My goodness, look at this. Over and over. Shots to the back. Cactus Jack with a DDT on the outside. Oh, it's looking bad for the Undertaker. Weapons in the ring. That stop sign that he picked up earlier, Cactus Jack, but all of a sudden the lights go out. Undertaker appears behind Cactus Jack with his demonic powers, picks him up for that final blow to the head for Cactus Jack with the tombstone pile driver, and that ends his night. That ends the event. What next for WCW? With business lower than ever, next year at this rate could see the end of the promotion altogether, but I guess you'll have to wait and see and find out. Stay tuned for the new year of the 2K universe. Thanks for watching this one. Until next time, have a good one.